House of Assembly opened for business Monday morning, and that business was very serious. The budget communication was presented by Deputy Premier and Finance Minister, the Honorable Floyd Hall. DeAndre Hamilton has the story.
$244 million is the budget revenue for 2008-2009, and this coming year will be a year of adjustment, according to the communication of the financial leader of the country, the Honorable Floyd Hall, who is also the Deputy Premier. WIV4 spoke to him after the first half of his budget address.
During the second part of my budget address, I will be speaking about some of the fees that we think that we can, additional fees that we can collect to our revenues to help meet the shortfall of revenues that we had in the past. And as I also stated, the country, we as a government, we have been able to deliver a lot of infrastructure, deliver a lot of services for the public. We're automating a lot of systems in government, and we have to find the monies from some source to pay for these things. And so we're not looking to add a whole bunch of new taxes onto our people, but we have to collect adequate revenues to meet the expenditure needs of our country.
The Deputy Premier, Honorable Floyd Hall, managed to eloquently say that the last fiscal period was surprisingly disappointing, as the budget year not only underperformed, but ended in a $35 million deficit. House members heard of shortfalls, negative global impact, and how the subprime crisis of the U.S. hurt our economic growth and badly. They also heard that unemployment is under 5%, that income per capita increased to $18,900 annually, that tourism arrivals were comparable with the region and up 2%, and that new jobs for Grand Turk were at 118 and new jobs for North Caicos were 34. These statistics were informative, but it was hearing that government revenue was down that got opposition members worked up and set the stage for high expectancy as it relates to how we will not only make up for last year, but stay on course for the overall economic development for this coming year.
Well, as I indicated, we have utilized all our reserves. That doesn't mean that the government is broke. We, as a government, collect consistently on a monthly basis in the vicinity of $16 to $20 million annually, and monthly, and we haven't never been, since we've been in office, been in a situation where we were unable to meet our recurrent expenditure needs.
Imports were high, in fact, increased. Loan grants were also up to $986 million, a jump by $300 million. And inflation was scientifically calculated at below 5%. The Deputy Premier said with the help of God, Turks and Caicos Islands government was able to navigate through the difficult time which persists. He also admitted that he will approach diversification of the economy with a new vigor thanks to the subprime surprise and shortfalls in customs and stamp duty on land registry.
We had budgeted for, I believe, $93 million of customs import duties, and we ended up generating $80 million. So that is down $13 million on what we had budgeted. And also for stamp duty, we had budgeted for $50 million of revenues, and we only collected $37 million, and that likewise was done 13. So I mean, 13 seemed to be the unlucky number there, and 13 is an unlucky number, as they say, but that's what that represents. It means that we didn't collect what we had intended to collect in those areas.
The budget communication was started around 11:15 a.m. and had to be continued after lunch. Debate has been accepted to last 3 days, can go until 10 o'clock nightly, and each House representative gets 30 minutes to speak on the bill.